Hello everyone, and welcome to the fourth in our series of 2020 fundraising videos. This one is all about leadership. Over all the years I've been working with our fundraising customers, I found that this one factor that is most critical to the success of the fundraiser is good leadership by the fundraising chairman leader. As an example, some years ago we had an organization, a scouting organization here in Minnesota, and they were a good customer. Every year they sold 600 or 700 wreaths, which is, that's really high sales for a scouting organization, and every year was very consistent. Then in a certain year, a new leader was chosen, a gal named Debbie. And Debbie's first year as the leader of the Scout Troops fundraiser, they went from 600 wreaths to 1,200 wreaths. And the next year they went from 1,200 to 2,000, and the next year they went to a little bit more than 2,000. They had spectacular success. Unfortunately for the PAC and for Mickman brothers, she left with her husband to a different state and lost her as a leader. The very next year, that organization went from about 2,000 back down to 1,200, then back to about 600, and to this day, that's about how many wreaths they sell. The only change was the change in leadership by Debbie. So what made Debbie and her troop so successful? Good leadership qualities. And the two aspects, in my mind, the most important aspects of leadership are goal setting and accountability. For goal setting, there's actually two parts of that. The first part of goal setting is to make sure your members understand what the fundraiser is all about and why you're conducting it. I mean, what's the end game? Is it camping equipment for the Scouts for the next summer? Does the church need more funds to sustain itself as the effects of COVID affect the congregation? Or same thing in the school, hybrid learning. We're all confused about that. But all those organizations still need funding to sustain themselves and their activities. That's what the fundraiser is all about. So make sure all of your members understand what your fundraiser is all about and how the funds are going to be used. The second half of goal setting is really the crux of the leadership duties and responsibilities. It kind of starts after you get your fundraising sales kit. This one's going out this afternoon from a fundraising data sheet that came in last night. It's going to Lauren from a troop in North Carolina. The front side of the sheet is a 2020 fundraising calendar. On the back side is the fundraising tip sheet. This is the crux of how to incentivize your members to achieve their goals. Now in this sheet, it says my customer list at the top. There's space to write 10 names. And for the real young kids, they can write real big, they can still read it. The idea here is to have the kids understand that you want them to sell whatever their goal is. 10 is a good number. Most organizations shoot for 10 per member. And 10 is really easy to come up with. Mom and Dad will buy something. Grandma and Grandpa on both sides of the family will buy a wreath. The neighbors on each side of their house, they'll for sure buy something. There's aunts and uncles and another uncle and Mom's best friend and Dad's buddy at work. That's 10. It's really simple to get to that number as long as the members understand who it is, what to say, and how to do it. The second part of good leadership is accountability. And this is an important process in the leadership duties. Goal setting and accountability. With respect to accountability, if you could encourage your members to bring their tip sheet to them at periodic checkup meetings, you can see, have they called all their family and friends? If not, they should do so. And of those, how many purchased something? And if you keep track of what's going on, they will want to hit their goals. That's just the way I found people are. So that's it. The success of the fundraiser is largely dependent upon the fundraising leader's ability to establish goals and hold the members accountable. And for most of you, your members are kids. Kids need direction and they need rewards. If you give them both, they will enable you and your organization to be successful. Thank you, and good luck on your Christmas wreath fundraiser this fall.